Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It is not date or time specific, so whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, not a private reading, so it's not going to resonate for everybody. It's always best to just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. If you've been seeking a private reading, they are available. There's a link in the description box below that will take you to the booking page where you can learn all about it. I do have spots open. Let's see what else. You can be here as a cross watcher for a Sagittarian. That's fine. Sometimes you need to flip the energies around, but that's pretty normal. We have here Virgo season coming up on the 23rd, and on that same day, Mercury stations retrograde, and at that point we will be in the retrograde parade with 6 planets being retrograde. So happens once a year, usually around this time, August, September into October, we have the retrograde parade. So if you're starting to feel a little like something's not computing, that's why. So I'm going to do a series of Mercury retrograde readings coming up shortly. Okay, let's jump in. I'm pulling from Divine Abundance Oracle. Let's get a card to activate the reading for those of you watching. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Clearing. Oh, that's good. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's, such freedom. You can insert your favorite word, universe, divine, spirit. It's all the same, right? Yeah, clearing out the energy. More will always arrive. That's sort of one of my go-to advice strategies when somebody's saying, I feel blocked and I don't feel like my person's coming on my path or no one new is appearing on my path. I talk about the clearing process and I make it very literal. And I say, you got to clear out some space in your closet. You got to clear out some space in a drawer, right? Like in a dresser, in a nightstand. In the medicine cabinet. It is a symbolic message to the universe that you have space in your personal dwelling for new energy to arrive. So that's kind of the energy I'm feeling from this, although I know it's a little bit more esoteric than that. But good message for you, Sag. So let's jump in. What I'm going to do is pull the spread, give you my general impressions, and then we will get the details from the clarifiers. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading that you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. Here we go. Oh, Sag. Overall energy is the Devil. So that's talking about some egoic resistance, fear. Yeah. Wow. Almost like there's this negative karmic pull that has a grip on you somehow. I wouldn't panic. We're going to get clarifiers on it, but the Devil isn't always anything really insidious. Sometimes it's just a reference to something that you're holding on to or that you feel very tied to in a karmic way, and it has a grip on you and it's difficult to break free of. Devil can be patterns. The Devil can be egoic resistance coming from fear. So we have a lot of possibilities here, but what I'm seeing when I look at this spread smack in the center in the vortex is the 1111 card. The Four of Wands got a very twin flamey vibe to it. And in the recent past, I see the World with the Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups. I feel this was a turning point or a crossroads moment. What do I leave behind? What am I closing out here so I can find my happiness? This is Saturn in the World card, the as above, so below of it all, the I don't need to learn this lesson again. And remember, Saturn rules the devil. So we've got, because the devil is Capricorn, that's why I say that. So it feels to me like, right, Saturn, the great teacher and Lord of Karma, and that's what's been playing out in the past. And now in the present energies, there's some obsessed adjacent energy around it. Like, is this, was this, should this be my twin flame? Inquiring minds. Queen of Swords comes in like, I just want the truth. Like, I don't, yes, no, maybe, I don't care. I want the truth. I just have a need to know. With the Queen of Swords, she's a truth seeker and a truth teller, but she also comes from no real hidden agenda, certainly not an emotional one. She's just not. She's very practical minded about these things. And so that's sort of where you find yourself now, is this energy of, oh my God, this is dogging me. It's got such a hold on me. So that's what I'm seeing in the near future. 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and the Hierophant. So for some of you, this is looking at overthinking what it all means, because the Hierophant is about the vows we take and make. It's also a card of our belief systems around conventional committed relationships. It's our belief systems in general, quite frankly, in a general reading that wasn't attached to relationships. But it's also about our higher selves and being true to ourselves. And I feel like I'm seeing you here in the near future stuck. Trying to find the words to communicate how you see things, your beliefs, your point of view, what it all means to you, and not being able to get it off the tongue, as they say, feeling very stuck, overthinking things, having lots of self-doubt, second guessing. So let's jump in and see what the devil has to say. 9 of Cups, Pentacle, oh, Lovers. Sometimes when I see the devil with the 9 of Cups, I do get, and I want to just say it, for some of you, this will be a thing, not for all of you. Remember, it's a general reading, not a private reading. I often see some addictive patterns or behaviors, or over-imbibing. Right, as a means of coping. So if that's you, or if that is speaking to you about your person, and there's an over-reliance on other substances to manage anxiety, I see you. Confirmation. Danger, Will Robinson. And that's why you're being guided to move slowly. The Lover's card underneath is, when I pull from the bottom of the deck, for those of you who are new, I'm tapping into unconscious awareness, unconscious energies, or something that's playing out behind the scenes that you can't see. And the Lover's card can be a card of reunion. It can be a card of the union of your souls, but it's always a card of choice. The Lover's card is, what are you choosing? And I want to draw your attention to this while I have you paying attention. They're the same card. You got a devil lording over something chained and imprisoning and negative and karmic. And you've got an archangel where you're standing side by side and choosing each other. So there is a choice to be made here, and that's why you're being guided to move very slowly. Anything coming toward you may be coming toward you slowly. Anything you are moving toward, you are being guided to move slowly, because there is something here that feels a little bit negatively charged. So let's look at the world with the 2 of Swords in the past. Oh, Knight of Wands. So this is pretty big. I feel like this has been an in and out situation. Someone that, continues to come in, go out, cycle out. And I get the impression you had an important decision to make, just move on, to move away from it. The Chariot is always moving toward or away from something in order to serve your highest good. And because we have the Hermit underneath, I feel your highest good was to just kind of remove yourself from the situation, or shut down communication, not open the door to the person who keeps coming in and out and in and out and in and out and is never changed, right? So that's what I see in the past. But then we have the Two of Swords with the with the Ten of Cups. Death card, Queen of Pentacles, Judgment. It was a difficult decision because something had to be left behind, right? Something had to be left on the cutting room floor. We have Queen of Pentacles here is all about your groundedness, you taking care of your own life. Also, she's pretty like much a solid life partner material energy. When I see the Queen of Pentacles, that's what I think about, is almost as if, well, I have to leave behind something that isn't reliable, or that kind of comes and goes, doesn't stay, isn't predictable, reliable, responsible. I can release it with forgiveness, but where your what you were making a decision for, what you were choosing, was your potential for happiness. And it feels to me like this was a very difficult decision to draw this to a close, or to close the door for now. And what I'm seeing here in the present energy is the freak out moment. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Because it still has a hold on you. So, right? Old habits die hard, people. Be graceful with yourselves. Be gentle with yourselves. So now I'm looking at present energy, Nine of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Whew. Well, we have you here in the fullness of love and passion. I love that we now have we have all the queens. All four queens are here. So I am talking about divine feminine energy. And when all four queens show up, that is in essence the Empress energy. And I just feel almost like there's a need for a clearing of the air. There's a need for the truth to be revealed, to be spoken. I feel as if your heart's open for it, but you're more coming from your own sense of personal empowerment, your sovereignty. The Queen of Wands is decidedly different than the Queen of Cups, but I love that the Cups is there, because it's almost like I'm open to, to being understanding from an emotional point of view. My heart's open. I'm compassionate. I'm aware that I may not hear exactly what I want to hear, but I'm open to it. That Queen of Wands is like, yeah. This needs to happen, and it needs to happen quick, fast, and in a hurry, because I'm losing sleep over it, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I am feeling a little bit more of your impatience, but that's okay, because we have the Queen of Swords here. So the goal is to get to the truth. Whether it comes in fast or slow doesn't really matter. I know you have your preferences, but what matters is that it's true. Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, that it provides the clarity you need. Right. So, it's almost coming in as a question. That's part of the energy of the Queen of Swords. She has unanswered questions. She's on a fact-finding mission. Just the truth, ma'am. Just the facts, ma'am. And we have the past life soulmate sitting on the Six of Cups, sitting on the Four of Wands. And then we have this defensive, resistant energy. And I don't feel that's your energy. I think that's the energy of someone else, and what ultimately brought that Tower moment in. So the Tower is playing out in the background. It's in your memory stores. It's like kind of swimming through your DNA, and you want answers about this person's resistance to what is clearly a sacred connection. And that's what you don't have an answer to, and that's why you're still sitting here feeling tied to it. inexorably tied to it. And you don't know why, and you're not getting any clearer about it. So I do feel like you're seeking some clarity from this person. Answers to questions, that haven't been answered, that things that you don't understand, that make no sense, that leave you up at night, kind of feeling like you're twisting in the wind. I know you made a choice up here in the past. Whoever this reading is for, I see the difficult choice you had to make, the decision you went internally to get the results of that decision, and you've made your decision, but that doesn't mean that the energy goes away, that the connection is just gone. It doesn't work that way. And I feel like that's what you're now struggling with. So let's see the near future. We have the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. That's why I keep saying 8, because it's like lots of 8s here. The Sun, 4 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like the communication is something that you'll be sort of anticipating. I don't think you'll initiate it though, because I think that's where you're stuck. What would I possibly say? Right? It feels to me with this 4 of Cups, we're seeing the emotional distance, the disappointment, the disillusionment with the whole situation, the missed opportunity for happiness. Happiness was your goal up here in the past. It doesn't come to fruition. You don't understand why, right? We have everything going for us. This connection is so powerful. Why is it being resisted? And I do feel on some level it leaves you stuck with no answers. The 8 of Wands is a conversation, is some form of at least energetic exchange back and forth that seems passionate, but it leaves you wanting. It leaves you feeling like, I don't have a way out of this prison. I'm stuck. This situation has a hold on me. While that's not true in reality, because on some level it is a choice to stay in that energy, it really is a choice to stay in it, not to have it exist in your reality, but to stay in it, to stay locked in it. That is a choice. But it feels to me like unless or until you hear it straight from the proverbial horse's mouth, it's going to be really difficult for you to release it with ease and grace. So now let's look at this 8 of Swords and the Hierophant, because that may provide some direction. Yes. The only way out is through. My gosh, oh my gosh. Yes. This happiness that is now showing up for the second time. Ooh, my goodness. It just gave me a chill. That's why you're stuck. Because you're not getting the cooperation from this person that you need to fulfill that part of your mission. What you're getting is rejected, devalued, left behind, closed out, left out. And I feel like the truth of the situation is, in that instance, your only way out is through your higher self, through your beliefs about what you are deserving of, instead of looking to this as what could have been. Frame needs to change to what could be. What could be on the path for me? And it's exactly what I said at the outset. This clearing card is telling you you need to clear the path. It's my little example, silly as it may be. But I think the universe is very literal. It's just energy. It's reading energy. If I clear out my closet in a drawer, the universe hates a void, right? Is going to fill it. So, and not with new clothes on my, credit card. So I feel like that's what you're being called to in the near future, is to look to your higher self, to look to the truth of who you are, what you believe, what your values are, what you stand for, because all of this that you keep tying back to this connection is what has you stuck. because you're not clearing the visual field for what could be put on your path in its place. Okay, so I know it's a difficult reading, Sag. It's been difficult for you for a little while. So I'm still tapping in to those of you who are struggling, which is a legitimate thing. So I don't pass judgment. I'm here to say I see the struggle. And I'm feeling like this should be the most important visual you take away. Same card, very different energy, light and dark. Okay? Trapped and free. Okay, so before I read the astrology to you, I am going to point you to the link in the first sentence, which would take you to the extended. And I feel like I want to look at this connection from your person's point of view. That's what I do in the extendeds. I'm not getting a serious read on who this person is, other than it's somebody that you've been struggling with for quite a while. And it feels to me like it's someone you identify as your twin flame. So whoever that is, that's what we're going to look at in the extended, their energy, how they see the situation presently, how they see you, think about you, or feel about you at this time, because that is time-based, and their intentions toward you and the connection going forward. So that's what we're going to do. Here's what we have. Devil is Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. The Lover's card is Gemini. We have the World here is Saturn, Aquarius, and Capricorn. Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. Chariot is Cancerian energy. And the Hermit is Virgo. Death card is Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles is more Capricorn. A lot of Capricorn in this reading. Here's Pluto, which rules Scorpio. Knight of Swords is Gemini. Queen of Wands is Aries. Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy. The Tower here is Mars, which rules Aries. Our Queen of Swords is Libra. The Sun is the Sun, but it rules the sign of Leo. We're closing out Leo season now. And here we go with the Hierophant is Taurus. So that's what I have for you, Sag. Let's take a look at things from your person's point of view. Maybe it will give you some insight, some clarity. I'll be there in a second. Bye for now.